Hi, this is Charlotte Davis, and this is Empowering You. 10 minutes to go by, 10 minutes to be inspired, to be enhanced, and to make it to be incredible. Tonight, we want to talk about being set. And what comes to mind right now is when you're in a race or when you see runners and they're in position to run. The first one is get ready. Get set, they rise, and then go. They're off to movement. And setting themselves is positioning themselves to rise up, to run, to rise up, to get into the race, to rise up mentally. I believe it's more of a mental thing than anything else. That ready, set, go, and you're setting yourself up to for forward movement. You're setting yourself up to win. You're setting yourself up to be aligned with who you are and who you should be. Last week we talked about that oneness coming together, not wanting to be anybody else or trying to perform like anybody else, but you become align yourself with yourself, align yourself with not being emotional, not being self conscious, but coming up in your self worth and realizing that I am great. And we're going to talk about that tonight. I am great. And put, just aligning yourself with yourself. And yourself is, first of all, who you are in this moment, in this time. Who are you? Who are you? Who do you represent? Who are you embodied as? What is the embodiment of who you are? What is your character? What is your proclivities? What is your acting? How do you live? How what's your integrity? What all of that? How is that aligning with, and then you go on to who you should be. Is that the same? Is who you are and who you should be lined up. And more, 9 times out of 10, who we are and who we should be have to come together. And that's what we talked about last week. We talked about just aligning those two together to make sure that they become one and that nothing is missing. That who you are, who you should be, who God says you should be, and who you are. I'm a child of God. That's who I am. Who should I be? I've got a purpose. I've got a life to live. So all of these should come together. And my self-worth and my insecurities have to die. My insecurities have to die. It doesn't matter what the world thinks about me. It's who God says I am and who I stand in my statue of who God made me to be. Who am I? Not a oneness of not being scattered, but having a state of being. My living is being one. My living is connecting those parts of myself of who I'm growing to be, who I'm evolving to be, who I should be. And it's coming together if it hasn't come together. And then I'm working to become better. I'm working to achieve. I'm working to do better. That's oneness. That's becoming whole with yourself, knowing who you are and knowing who you should be, and knowing that you're making those steps forward to be who you should be, to become better, becoming better at you every day. And today we want to talk about being set. When I think about that, I talked about ready, set, go. And another form of that, I think about when, remember when we were growing up, if you're old enough to remember Jello, it came in a box about yay big. It wasn't that big, but and you would pour hot water on it, hot boiling hot water on it, and it was dissolved. You would stir, and then you would sit it in the refrigerator so that it would gel, and it would become a solid from a liquid. And they called that being set. It began to form and mold into whatever it was being put into, like ice. Water is the same way. If we put water into a container, it gets its form from the container. So the same thing, our lives have been set or molded, that's to say, into our from our past experiences, from our past proclivities, from our parents, from our lives, from our schooling, from our college, from things of our past, and our job is to let the things that build us up stay there, and the things that tore us down as lessons to grow by, to build upon all of these things and grow by. Somebody told me that failure was a stepping stone a long time ago, and I didn't agree with them. I didn't see it like that because I was so insecure. I didn't see life as when you mess up, build upon those things. When you fail, learn the lessons of failure and grow it and become molded and become set in growth, become molded in growth, and let the growth and the experience become your set point. And then as you grow, you go to a higher set point. You're being molded, you're being set, you're being changed, you're being evolving. And how you were 10 years ago should be different than how you are now. You're being set in greatness. You're being set in ability. You're being set to be better. You're being set to win. And that's what you want to get to, the win. You want to get to win victory after victory after victory. You don't want to stay in the same place. Well, Charlotte, how do I do that? Take your failures as lessons and keep moving. Talked about the turtle and the hare last week, how the hare was the fast mover and he was running and he didn't see the turtle. And he saw the finish line up there, but he knew the turtle was a long way back, so he went and fell asleep. Well, the turtle was going step by step by step by step and steady moving forward and steady progressing and steady in a forward thrust. And he kept moving. And when the hare woke up, the turtle was like his feet were at the finish line, and the rabbit or the hare tried to pass him up, but by the time he got there, the turtle had crossed the finish line because steady he went, steady he kept moving, steady he kept going forward, and he set himself in a position to win. He positioned himself in learning. He positioned himself in growing. He set his mind to grow. He set his mind to become better. He set his mind to live better. His being was not by living in the past. His being, his state of being, his state of living was not in the past, but his state of living was for the future. He was looking down the road for the future. He was looking into his vision and he was working his vision. He was strategizing his vision. He was moving forward. And Charlotte, that's a lot. Well, take it day by day. Take it minute by minute. I'm learning. If I drop off on doing my goals, to pick them back up and look at my goals and say, well, Charlotte, what haven't you done this week? Or what haven't you done today that you set out to do? Put it in front of you. And I'm learning more and more daily to put my vision in front of me and set myself, align myself to win. I might fail, I might miss it, but I'm keeping like the turtle. I'm moving forward, I'm progressing, and I'm training myself to get rid of the old habits, to get rid of the old, the old fights, the old drawbacks, the old things that kept me stuck, to move forward. To move forward. And that's what you want to be set in winning, set in greatness, set in moving forward. Have a great day. My 10 minutes is up. Be in Incredible. Bye bye.